Assalamu alaikum, Gigolo Travel is greeting you from Cairo. The area occupied by present-day Cairo has been the center of Egypt since the days of the pharaohs. The strategic location at the base of the Nile River Delta first hosted the town of Memphis, the epicenter of trade, culture, and religion. Cairo was founded in 969 AD by the Fatimid dynasty. The capital has moved a little bit here and there over the centuries as the different powers took hold, but modern-day Cairo covers all of them. Many historical sites from these various cities can be seen in Old Cairo. GPS My City offers 3 different self-guided walking tours in Cairo to help you explore the city. Today we will follow the Cairo Downtown Introduction Walk. For a full detailed walk, check the GPS My City app. Our first stop, the Museum of Egyptian Antiquities. The Egyptian Antiquities Museum, popularly known as the Egyptian Museum, is a repository of the largest collection of ancient Egyptian objects in the world. It was established to prevent the removal of Egyptian treasures by foreigners in 1830s. It first occupied a building in Bulaq on the banks of the River Nile in 1863. After many objects were damaged when the building was flooded, a new museum was built. The present building was designed by a French architect and inaugurated in 1902. The Egyptian Museum has a collection of over 120,000 items. Notable exhibits are objects from Pharaoh Tutankhamun's tomb, displayed on the second floor, including a gold funerary mask and a sarcophagus. The second floor also has a mummy room with the mummified remains of 11 kings and queens. Just outside the museum we can find Liberation Square. The Liberation Square, or Tahrir Square, is the main gathering place for protests and events in Cairo. It was the scene of 8 continuous days of protest where people of Egypt forced President Hosni Mubarak to resign in 2011. The square has been the venue of demonstrations in 1881 against the Khedive Tawfiq and in 1919 against the British. It has always been a popular place for demonstrations because those who oppose policies and governments take control of the center of Cairo. Please be aware you cannot sit down, wait, or take photos, videos in this square. At the opposite end of Talat Harb Street from Tahrir Square, you will find Talat Harb Square. This area in the center of the city is always bustling with activity. Expect heavy traffic and lots of pedestrians enjoying shopping and the cafes along the way. The square's main feature is the striking statue to the square's namesake, Talat Harb Pacha. Talat Harb was an Egyptian entrepreneur who founded Bank Misr in 1920. The founding of the Egyptian-owned bank was a significant step towards establishing Egypt's own identity apart from the colonial powers. Talat Harb was later instrumental in establishing many businesses in Egypt's private sector, including shipping, movie making, and the national airline Egypt Air. Heading west via Mohammed Sabri Abo Alam Street will take us to Abdeen Palace. The Abdeen Palace is a large ornate building that is one of the official residences of the main office of the President of Egypt. A portion of the palace is now a museum. The Abdeen Palace was built on the ruins of an old house belonging to Abdeen Bey, a commander of Muhammad Ali Pasha, the Wali of Egypt. In 1872, Khedive Ismail, the then ruler of Egypt, moved to the palace from the citadel and made it his official residence. The present building was constructed between 1863 and 1874. It was designed by the French architect Rousseau, and Egyptian, Turkish, French, and Italian decorators worked on its ornate interiors. It was the scene of the Abdeen Palace incident in 1942 when King Farouk I was forced to abdicate by the British. The Abdeen Palace has lavish interiors with sculpture, paintings, and clocks decorated with pure gold in its parlors and wings. Walking up the Port Said Street will lead us to Muiz Street. Muiz Street is a major north-south street through the walled city of historic Cairo. It's one of the oldest streets and dates back to the 10th century. It was and is one of the most important axes of the city. It contains many markets and important buildings. Many of the most important markers of historic Cairo line the street. It is often referred to as the Kwasaba. In the late 1990s, the city spent extensively rehabilitating the historical monuments and buildings along Muiz Street to make it an open-air museum. The street is pedestrian only for most of the day, meaning it's a great place to walk and see many sights in one area. Our final stop, Khan Al-Khalili Bazaar. The Khan Al-Khalili Bazaar, popularly called as the Khan, is one of the oldest markets in Egypt. Its open-air market retains the medieval ambience of a traditional Arab market till today. The Khan Al-Khalili Bazaar was established as a large caravanserai by Emir Jahars Al-Khalili in 1382 during the reign of the Burji Mamluk Sultan Barkuk. It was called the Turkish Bazaar under the rule of the Ottoman Turks. The Khan Al-Khalili Bazaar has shops selling textiles, spices, traditional arts and crafts, and jewelry and perfumes. Egyptians prefer shopping at the west of the market where gold and silver objects and jewelry are available. Beyond the gold and silver market are canvas-covered shops selling bronze and copper artifacts. There are also many restaurants, shisha bars, and coffee houses in the Khan Al-Khalili Bazaar. We hope you enjoyed this travel guide of Cairo, and we are looking forward for you to join us on our next adventure in the near future. Take care, guys!